On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
4 down.
First carry for James Conner. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
44. Blue draw, Parker. Middle. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. Jack 16. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Hey, here we go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Conner on 1st down, not going to get a whole lot. Maybe a couple. 2nd down coming up. Jihad Ward in on the tackle.
X3, 218, chop it. These 2. Check Mike 57, Mike 57. I got one. 57's Mike. 8. 65. 65.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger. Steps away to his, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 80. Good track. No spacing.
From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
All right, now, 230. Coming to you, coming to you.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now spin.
On second down, it's Connor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive lineman, it's like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Here we go. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. I'm on, I'm on.
22, 44. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Get him. Get him.
Check, check. Fresno. Switch. Under 10. 10.
To throw again. Jackson. Out to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Ready. Go to base. 98's the mic. They get hand with us. Check.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. This one complete to Ingram. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Jackson on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 53 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight is right. What's tight? Tight is right. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, look.
third down, Jackson. And for the third time, and the ball is knocked out. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something, double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Black 20.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Alert.
Hey, check Mike 50,
No spacing.
57.
You got nothing today. You got nothing. 57's Mike.
Hey, exit.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Wide exit.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Black 80.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
On first and 10 is counter. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
57's Mike. No chance.
On second down now, it's Connor. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Check. Monday. Check.
Third and 2, now Roethlisberger. He's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
He's checking credit.
Big Ben going to take it himself. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Jackson to throw again. Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
50.
Mike 48.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Hey, wahoo.
Hey, go Mike to 48 right now. Let's
Jack 16.
It's our time. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Night, sweetheart.
Hey, Delta.
48's Mike.
I got it.
Check.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 56 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Middle.
check Mike 99. Mike 99.
These two.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Flushed out to the right. Tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Snead's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick.
Intercepted, baby, all day.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine.
Hey, box truck.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey!
57's Mike. Mike 57. All day.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Screen pass to Connor. They're spinning away. And he's able to get up here to the 26. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Watch the boot.
Here's Samuels again. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Samuels, 69 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for Baltimore, and even 40 yards. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He's got it to Ingram, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Check pass.
Now Jackson on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
48th Mike. I don't think you got it, son. 48 for Mike.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's going to go down again. Devin Bush picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
You can't stop me. Check 48th to Mike. Check 48th to Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Like 20.
57 for Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Middle.
57's the Mike. Watch
No foul.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Here we go. Like 5.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Hey, alert.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth.
Let's go. 6 yards.
48 right now. Let's go. I got him. I got him.
Look small.
48, 43.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw again is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
57 to Mike.
Show that bench release and go.
Hey, let's get that ball, D.
These 2.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Hey, let's get some penetration.
Bravo.
Let's get some penetration. Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
77.
Bandit.
Why they touch?
Here's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
No bell. Hey, alert.
I smell fear in it all.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. And now it's 2nd down.
Black 20.
57 to Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
No spacing.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Steelers on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. And that pick just sets them up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They come out here in the eye. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal.
49, check 49, check 49.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Quick throw taken in by Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Something we're seeing more of with a rise in the run-pass option. A legal man downfield, and that's going to back him up.
Ready. It's the mic. Check. 48's the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Slam. Mike 48.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out.
230.
7. Double dog. That's the way.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Ready. Go to base. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Check 26. 22, jet, bomber. 22, jet, bomber. Check 48's the mic. 48's the mic. Jack Rabbit.
This time Jackson will throw it. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Middle.
57. Mike, 57. Not today, you are. Not today.
Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
Roethlisberger going to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
57's the mic. Stop your whining. 57's the mic. Watch these 2. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Whirl.
Come on, QB. Come on. 57's Mike.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Here we go.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Out. 3 down. Out.
No spacing.
Banjo.
Mike's 57's Mike. Check Mike.
Easy.
57's Mike. I got one.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And it's 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Silver. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Let's go, defense.
Hey.
It's our time.
Hey, check Mike 57. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go.
Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
You see me?
So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.